Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I welcome you to my IELTS speaking videos. It's a series of videos where I'm going to give you some tips to get 8 bands in IELTS speaking. Before this, I was telling you about IELTS speaking part 1, and now we go ahead and I'm going to tell you about IELTS speaking part 2, which is called mini presentation. Part 1 is called introduction, part 2 is called mini presentation. Now what's the purpose of part 2? So in part 2, the examiner is going to check your ability whether you are able to speak continuously and fluently on a certain topic for 1 to 2 minutes. So in part 2, they will check your fluency. They will check your ability to speak English continuously. Obviously, they will check your grammar, they will check your vocabulary, they will check your pronunciation. They will not see the accent. Accent is not monitored in IELTS, but pronunciation, they are going to see whether you pronounce the words correctly or not. These are few things they are going to test in IELTS speaking part 2. Now, IELTS speaking part 2 will begin when examiner will give you the cue card, the topic card, and a paper and pen, and you will be given 1 minute time to jot down some notes. Now, you need to spend this 1 minute time very wisely. Read the first line of the topic and immediately make a point. You can write down a point immediately. Then go ahead, read the next point, next subtopic, write an outline of that. I'm using the word outline. Then go ahead, read the next point, write another outline. And these outlines, IELTS speaking part 2 is a description. You have to describe something. The topic is going to be a descriptive topic, and you got to give a description. Describe a book, describe a movie, describe a city, describe a person, describe a place, describe a game, describe sports, describe something, whatever. It's going to be description, and then there are going to be 3 or 4 subtopics, and these subtopics will be the questions made with WH questions: who, where, why, when, which, what, and all that, right? So you need to write down one outline for each topic, and then you got to cover all the points in your conversation. That will last for 1 to 2 minutes. And remember, you need to cover all the points. It doesn't matter if you give some time to one point and more time to other, but you must cover all the points, and you must justify all the points in just minimum 1 minute time and maximum 2 minutes time. When you are preparing for that, you can monitor yourself with the help of a stopwatch. You can have your mobile and check when you start talking and stop when you stop talking, and then see whether you are speaking for 1 minute or not. Because when you speak English, 1 minute is a long time, especially for the non-native speakers of English. 1 minute is going to be a long time. Anyways, what you need to do, you got to listen to all the instructions of the examiner carefully. But in part 2, there's no problem. Questions are in front of you, paper is in front of you. At the time of talking, that question, cue card and the paper will be in front of you, so you can take a look, but don't stop to read. Take a look, that's okay, but don't stop to read, because if you stop to read, definitely you'll be penalized because you're not talking fluently. Now, for example, I'm talking to you, at the same time I'm looking down and now I'm looking up. Then again, I want to see what the next point is. I'm looking down and now I'm looking up. I didn't stop. So you should have the ability, as you're talking, where you think your one point is coming to an end, you take a look before that, and then you continue with the next point. And as you're explaining the next point, again you go down, take a look, and then go ahead with the third point. Again, when you think your third point is coming to an end, and again you take a look. So when you take a look, your tongue should not stop. You should not stop talking. You need to continue, because they are going to check your fluency. If you do like this, and what type of subjects do you, if you do this, and where do you go for that, if you do this, you will be penalized for that, right? No counter question. Don't ask examiner about any clarification of their topic. Quietly read the topic, jot down the notes. When examiner says, now please start talking, then you do that, okay? Don't be over smart that before 1 minute I'm ready now. And by the way, what did I do? When I went for my IELTS speaking test, examiner gave me pen and paper, and I said no thank you because I'm IELTS teacher, right? And I know how to talk. Apart from the fact that I'm an IELTS trainer, I am a good talker as well. I talk and talk. You can see that from my videos. So I said no thank you, I don't need pen and paper. And even I did not take a minute. I said I'm ready now, and then I started and I got 8.5 bands in that. Okay, now let's do one small activity. I'm going to ask you some questions and you got to answer. Although these questions are not directly linked with part 2, but these type of questions you will find in the options. Main topic, describe, and then there will be 3 to 4 points. This is a good idea. You can remember IELTS speaking part 2 like this. Main topic, describe something, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, or maybe point number 4. So this is how you can remember IELTS speaking part 2. So let's see, we discuss some questions and then we see how to answer. There can be a question that describe an activity that you enjoy. Describe an activity that you enjoy. Now don't waste time to think which activity is there that I enjoy. That one? No, not that one, that one. Playing football, yes, I enjoy, but no, I think I should talk. See that? If you have this confusion in mind, 1 minute time will go like this, and by the time you start writing, the examiner will say, you now have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic, and then you say, oh my God, I didn't write any notes. Okay? So you need to think quickly, immediately. The first thought is gonna work. Whatever your first thought is, that first thought is gonna work. Whatever it is, just work on that. Okay, an exciting experience from your childhood. Now, if they say share an exciting or describe an exciting experience from your childhood. Oh yes, the most exciting experience from my childhood is when I learned to ride a 2-wheel bicycle. I was given a 3-wheel bicycle and I was given a bicycle with supporting wheels, but I wanted to ride a 2-wheel bicycle because to me it was a great success. So one day I was riding the bicycle and I fell twice, and then I decided to balance the bicycle. I'm a good talker. I told you I'm a good talker. So any experience, it can be anything, you can talk about that. A person that you would like to meet. When they say a person that you would like to meet, it can be a popular figure, like a film star, like a celebrity, like a sports star, or it can be anybody, right? For example, the person that I would like to meet is, and then go ahead and explain why do you want to meet that person, who that person is, what is so special about him, how did you learn about that person, blah blah blah, right? So starting should be very, very strong. Next is a celebration that took place in your hometown. Describe a celebration that took place in your hometown. So you can see nationally, if there is any celebration which is there every year, you can talk about that. It can be any of your national days, it can be your Independence Day or anything like that, but you need to think quickly. And the first thought, let me tell you one thing, whatever you select to speak, if you speak on that well, it doesn't matter what you select. Now for example, a celebration that took place in your hometown, it can be anything. It can be a cattle festival, it can be spring festival, it can be like you can say the plantation festival, right? Something like that, but you need to elaborate that very well. So it's not what it is, it's how you speak on that, that makes all the difference. Then a job that you have done. Now if you tell the examiner that you are a professional, then they will ask you questions about job. And a play or concert that you have been in. Now you got to say, yes, once I was in a concert and that concert was held in our college, and I remember that was at the end of the academic year. They arranged the concert, and the good thing is that I was participating in the concert as a singer, and that's where I started my singing career, and that was the largest concert I did at that time. Then you can explain that further, and it's going to be in the past tense. Is this all clear? So this is how you got to read the question. This is how you need to think immediately. The first thought should be appreciated, and then you can go on and you can explain your answer, and you can get a very good bench score in IELTS. Well, if you want my coaching, if you want me to conduct your IELTS speaking test and to teach you about reading, writing and listening as well, you can take my private classes through Skype, through WhatsApp. I teach and I'll send you the notes as well if you are going to join me in my private classes. For that, my WhatsApp number is given here. You can contact me. And I have prepared this IELTS kit. It's easy IELTS kit. It's got 4 books and 8 DVDs. In the DVDs you will find me explaining IELTS and teaching you IELTS. If you want to prepare for IELTS at home, this kit can be a very good option for you. Thank you very much. And if you want to conduct any IELTS training, IELTS workshop in your school, college, university, language center, anywhere, if you have a group of students and they need guidance for IELTS, I can give online seminar as well. You can ask me for that and I can give an online seminar too, or otherwise you can invite me there and I would love to come and conduct IELTS training. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.